Welcome, race fans. Tuesday Night Trucks. I am Scott Golovic. This is KMA TV. Alrighty, folks. This is week 5, race 5 of our KMA Racing League series that we run on Monday, Tuesdays, and on Fridays. Tonight we are running the trucks out here at Kentucky. I tell you what a race we had last night, folks. First caution didn't come out until right there at about lap 51. Only 3 cautions last night out here at Kentucky in the Xfinity class. Hoping we're going to see the same type of racing out here at Kentucky tonight in this fixed oval set. iRacing is the set supplier out here for these Toyota Tundras and Chevy Silverados. That may or may not make a factor. Come up on Friday, we will be running the big boy cars, the Chevy SS, Ford Fusion, Toyota Camry, again at Kentucky. These drivers are running for points on these Monday, Tuesday, and Friday nights. Ryan Kuhn, one of our top leaders, Travis Browder. Last night, Dave Casey pulling down a third place position, but Travis Browder winning it up opening night on Monday. Nathan Sylvia, a contender. Ryan Kuhn, Jason Russo. Few new drivers out here tonight joining us. Dalton Collins, he'll be new driving out here tonight. We've got Lynn McNeese out here, Kevin Scott Nelson, Brad Ream. RTK Motorsports joining us out here tonight. Our sponsor, Jason Russo. Glad to see him out here tonight. Big shout out there to Pro Automotive. ASE certified mechanics out of Dudley, Massachusetts. Keeping us rolling here on Tuesday nights. .4 mile track. Actually saw some 3 wide action last night. That was pretty cool. Almost saw 4 wide. Not sure if you want to see the 4 wide. I know you want to see it, race fans, but I tell you what, that 4 wide stuff can get very hairy. Taking a look at our qualifying order out here tonight. No surprise to our P1 position, Travis Browder with a 29.740. Donald Stewart, 29.774, P2. Blake Heather, 29.784. Mitchell Reeves, 29.845. And Abe Bowden rounding out our top 5 with a 29.909. Good top 5 times. Newcomer, position 6, Dalton Collins. Nathan Sylvia, front runner last night, position 7. Andrew Williams, the Kangaroo from Down Under, position 8. Wesley Whitfield, representing Southeast Motorsports, position 9. And Matthew Quick, rounding off the top 10. Position 11, Sean Dower. Big shout out there too. Lisa Batchelor goes 62. Lynn McNeese, position 12, and 13th is Brad Ream, RTK Motorsports. Jason Russo, our sponsor for the evening, Pro Automotive in the number 14, in position 14. Jack Watts out of Southeast Motorsports, 15th. 16th position belonging to Ronald Klein with RTK Motorsports. Mark Jackson, P17. Ronald Hartfield in the 18th spot tonight. Ryan Kuhn choosing not to qualify. Tell you what, it worked out for him last night. We'll see how it works out tonight. Raymond Rittenauer, position 20. Dave Casey, Richard Brose, Paul Pellizier, Gary Whitmer Jr. running for RTK, Chris Mulhall, Darren Reason, Kevin Scott Nelson, Joel Guy Lee Ryerson Jr. out here tonight in position 30. Danny Rudy and Chris Hogue, 31 and 32. What a great looking field out here tonight, folks. Travis Browder out there on that front line, side by side with Donald Stewart. And I tell you what, Donald Stewart, great driver. High hopes out here for Donald Stewart tonight. Not uncommon for a younger driver such as Travis to really dominate out here. And I tell you what, the dominating he has been doing in this KMA series. Pace car is in. Travis Browder already off loud on that front line. Donald Stewart already being left in behind. Lane change on the number 4. Abe Bowden very close. We are off, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off 100 laps here at Kentucky. Number 13, Blake Heather, making his appearance last night in the Xfinity class. Did pretty well. I believe he scored out a top 7. Mitchell Reeves, haven't seen Mitchell for a while. Good to see Mitchell returning. He dominated last season, bringing that real-life track experience to all of these oval circuits that we do run. Mitchell Reeves currently in 3rd position. Donald Stewart dropping down to 4th. Dalton Collins and the number 95. Not very familiar with Dalton. Abe Bowden, position 6, off to a very good start out here tonight. Drivers forming straight line positions already. Nathan Sylvia, position 22, staying tight on the number 74, but he's got to worry about Matthew Quick in the Squatty Potty Silverado. You heard it right, folks. Squatty Potty. Helping you with your number 1 and your number 2. Side by side, Nathan Sylvia. Nathan Sylvia getting the big run on Abe Bowden. Matthew Quick possibly following as he does duck down to that inside. Drivers got to be very careful out here, folks, at Kentucky about their tire wear. So the question is Abe Bowden and the number 74 taking care of those tires? I think he is. Nathan Sylvia, Matthew Quick, possibly not so much. Running up there to gain 1 or 2 spots is not worth you losing your tires over. Dropping back 1 more spot to the number 62 of Sean Dower. Got a fan out there, Lisa Batchelor, out here to watch her good friend Sean Dower. Sean possibly thinking about getting around the Skittlemobile being driven by Abe Bowden. Knowing it's very early in tonight's race. 5 in. Len McNeese in the number 84 is sneaking his nose up into the frame, followed by Jason Russo, Pro Automotive. Jason Russo, our sponsor for this Tuesday night series. Big shout out there to Pro Automotive, ASE certified technicians out of Dudley, Massachusetts. Dropping on back a little further to the number 12, 12th position, Ronald Klein, RTK Motorsports. He's got some help out here tonight. He's got his whole team out here. He's got Chris Hogue, Gary Whitmer, Jason Russo, Ronald Klein, number 72, Ryan Kuhn, starting to get a little bit busy. Ryan Kuhn is a force to be contended with, driving the number 72 M&M Toyota. Getting a big run underneath the number 76. Side by side. '72 clearing out the number 76 here on lap 7. 76 trying to take a shot down on that inside. Ryan Kuhn with the block. Ryan Kuhn down below that yellow line. Perfectly legal. Ronald Klein trying to make a pass on that inside. Dropping on back 1 spot to 14th position, the number 61 of Brad Ream, running with RTK Motorsports. Big shout out there to Brad Ream. And I tell you what, folks, you got to look at the detail on those rims. Looking at the shinies on that number 61. Love those colors. Jack Watts staying a stone's throw away from the number 61 in the number 77 tonight, representing Southeast. Big shout out there to Jack Watts, always showing his Pad Pride there on the rear bumper. Pad logo. I always love it when the drivers are out here focused, staying alive. Put those phones down, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Hartfield, the number 15th in 16th. Out of New York. Followed by Chris Mulhall, Tracker Boats. Chris Mulhall in 17th position. Dave Acacia, position 18. Last night scoring third place, actually. Not too worried about him being back here. Very smart driver. Came down to pit stops last night, so that was pretty cool. Gary Whitmer, RTK Motorsports, showing his support for Pad in the number 5 tonight, and again with the rims. Purple Pride for Pad right there in the number 5 of Gary Whitmer. Big shout out there to Mom Whitmer and Dad Whitmer. Hoping to have Dad joining us on Thursday. Need to get Dad Whitmer out on that track, get him greased up and reared up and jazzed up and ready to roll. One more spot back to Raymond Rittenauer, position 20 in the 30. Andrew Williams out here showing his support for Lowe's. Joel Guy, position 22. Nice looking Marine Corps truck right there. Joel Guy was a Marine. We thank him for his service. 31, Paul Pellizer with Kickin' Asphalt. Supporting teachers. Teachers, counselors, and staff. Hey, big shout out there to Paul. My daughter is a teacher's aide with special education children. So, hey, that's the kind of stuff I like to see right there. Good job, Paul Pellizer. Chris Hogue, RTK Motorsports, Pad. Great looking Pad logo. Nice looking red, white, and blue. Brought to you by GW Graphics and RK Paint Designs, I am sure. All sorts of logos on Chris Hogue. One position back. Southeast Motorsports, Wesley Whitfield. Wesley in P25. And there is Mark Jackson. Mark Jackson sitting back in P26. Shout out there to Kristen Phillips and Mama Patty. Mark Jackson started 17th, currently is into 26th position. Kevin Scott Nelson in the Wounded Warriors Project. Nice. Very nice looking truck right there on the 224 Kevin Scott Nelson. Danny Rudy, Lee Ryerson doing a little bit of racing here on lap 16. Danny Rudy in the number 28. Dan's Top Notch Heating and Cooling. Lee Ryerson in the anti-bullying truck. Recent special event that we just did have. What a cause right there. Stop the bullying. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our field. Caution free, lap 17. Our current race leader is Travis Browder. He's got it out here going on, running for Banfield Pet Hospital. A little bit of tight racing here between Dalton Collins and Mitchell Reeves. Toyota versus Chevrolet. Dalton with a big run down on that inside, easily taking over that position 2. Number 13, Blake Heather, wanting some of this action. Nose to tail for second, third, fourth position. Mitchell Reeves is a real-life racer. If we get an interview later, we'll have to talk to him a little bit more about that. Number 13 down below that yellow line, trying to pick up a little bit more speed coming in around that corner. Will go side by side with Mitchell Reeves. They head by a nose. Ooh, thought they were going to have a little contact right there. 13 doing a severe back off, and that's going to allow the number 78 of Donald Stewart to get a little bit of a run on Blake. Speeds of 180 miles per hour, having to slow him down. 181, 182, slowing way down to that 61 miles per hour mark. So we're talking about a 20 mile per hour differential as they do go around this 1.4 mile speedway. Donald Stewart picking up a little bit of a run down on the inside, a little faster on that inside lane. Falling back one more time, getting up that speed one more time. He can do it. Come on, buddy. You got this. Not able to get her done here on lap 21. All righty, big shout out there to Becky Whitmer giving the update on Gary Sr. All right, we will be ready. Saw the picture of the simulator situation that Gary Sr. will be riding along in, and I tell you what, it is pretty sharp. Half the fun of iRacing, ladies and gentlemen, is building your own personal little seat. You got to like it. You got to enjoy it. It's where you spend the other 8 hours of your day when you're not working. Drivers in the back spread out quite a bit. Some good racing right there between. Oh, there it is. Hang on to her, bud. Whoa, Sean Dower into the rear end, I do believe, of Brad Ream. That was tight. We are under green flag, though. We had those cameras right on that, folks. Doesn't appear to be much damage on the rear end of Sean Dower. He got a little bit of a rear end as well from, I'm not sure which driver it was, but we did see contact between Sean Dower and Brad Ream. A little bit of a differential on a checkup point is what that does boil down to. You got to check up. You got to be safe. Look at our sponsor tonight, Jason Russo, currently in 10th position, overtaking Brad Ream on lap 24. Two very good drivers. Both very aggressive drivers, but very good, very much in control of their vehicles. Side by side. Brad Ream with the last lap of a 31.078. Trying to get a run, going side by side one more time with Jason Russo. Sean Dower sitting back there waiting. Inside door is open for Sean. Sean's a knocking. Jason Russo with one more run. But Brad a little bit faster coming out of that corner. But again, that tire wear situation now could be coming up on some green flag pit stops as early as lap 30. I do believe last night they were looking at about a 35-36 lap situation as Sean Dower is one more time side by side with Jason Russo. Jack Watts taking a run on that. Jack Watts with the pass on the inside. Side by side, Jack and Sean and Abe Bowden. He's coming. Abe Bowden is there. Abe Bowden up high. Sean Dower up high. Last night, the high line was where you wanted to be out here at Kentucky. In the Xfinity class, this is a truck class. I'm thinking a low lane tonight. Abe Bowden Started 5th, dropping back to position 14. Dave Acacia, Ronald Klein, RTK Motorsports. Dave Acacia with the FlexVolt Dollar General, looking very sharp out there. Ronald Klein showing his support for PAD, loving the PAD logos. Well, that purple you see right there on that red and black is all about PAD. Ronald and Dave racing for position 15 on lap 30. 30 down, 70 to go. Only one lead change. That lead change belonging to Dalton Collins. Dalton able to overtake Travis Browder. Travis Browder, though, 0.691 back, so just a stone's throw away. Mitchell Reeves currently in 3rd place. Blake 4th. Donald Stewart, Nathan Sylvia, Lynn McNeese in position 7. And this front line, they have completely spread out, ladies and gentlemen. It's no longer driver against driver. It is driver against track. That's one of the reasons that we did go green flag last night for so long, as we are surveying this field. About the only near contact there really is when a driver opts to try to make a pass. A lot different from that super speedway action of Talladega. But we will be back at Talladega on Saturday. We'll be running Daytona on Thursday. Daytona will be broadcast Thursday night. Sean Dower, Abe Bowden, Jason Russo, and Jack Watts. 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th position here. And again, they're just single file, sitting there hanging out. Abe Bowden with a pass as I speak. There they go. Abe Bowden going for a pass on Jason Russo. Jason Russo a little bit slow on that draw. Back up onto the rear end of Abe Bowden. Getting a little racy here. That's what we want to see, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers, get out here and race, race, race. Looking like a freight train's cute, but at least get it bunched up. Give us some action out here. Ronald Hartfield, Andrew Williams in the number 4. Andrew looking like he's trying to hit underneath. Ronald Hartfield in position 7th. Andrew in 8th. Gary making his way up to position 9. Hey, good job there for Gary Whitmer. Blake Heather making his way down pit road. Green flag pit stops happening. Long way down that pit row when you're way up there on that pole position. Number 75 exiting out of pit row. 75 Wesley Whitfield. Blake Heather taking right sides. Blake Heather taking left side. Several drivers in and out of pit row. In-car cam with Blake in the number 13. Getting that back up on track here at Kentucky is a little bit difficult. You got to be very careful. You're pretty much coming out right up, merging right up there into traffic. Blake Heather merging in as drivers are passing him by. But mark my words, he's going to be hell-bent for leather now. He is on fresh tires. And as we watch him exit pit row, as we watch him now just gaining ground, right now he is out here tearing it up on those new tires, side by side with Matthew Quick. Blake Heather, due to that pit stop, falling one lap down. As soon as our race leader, Lynn McNeese, pits, he will be back up on that lead lap. Checking in on Len McNeese side by side with the number 95. 95 of Dalton Collins. From the way Dalton is out there pulling away, thinking Dalton has had that pit stop as well. I'm telling you what, new tires, that's all you need out here at Kentucky. If you can keep new tires on that thing, you'd have nothing but a Sunday drive. Coming around the 224 Wounded Warriors Project. Len McNeese on lap 38 of 100, and we are caution free, ladies and gentlemen, at Kentucky in race 5, week 5 of the KMA Racing League Series. Abe Bowden, second position. That has moved Abe Bowden into second position. Sean Dower into third. Sean Dower in the old school number 62. Old Schools with a Z. Very nice. Paul Pellizer, Kicking Asphalt, out here representing very well. Dave Acacia, Paul Pellizer, Jason Russo, Kevin Scott Nelson, part of Kicking Asphalt. 7 drivers left on that lead lap after some green flag pit stops. Sean Dower moving up to position 2. Number 72, Ryan Kuhn on those fresher tires, sliding upside past the number 74. What a view that was. That was pretty cool. What a slide by there by Ryan Kuhn. He has no fear. Number 74, Abe Bowden, green flag pit stop on lap 41.
What is the caution for?
That will bring a caution out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to have to check out what happened. Gary Whitmer, unfortunately, I think might have been involved in this. Gary Whitmer happened up in front. Gary Whitmer getting pummeled by the number 70, or by the number 30. So we're going to back the number 30 up and see what happened. 30 in the Dre Broadcasting. All right, let's take a look at this. Number 30 is Raymond Rittenauer. Whoa! Whoa, dude, I do not know what happened there to the number 30. Just, sheesh. Wow. I'll take you in car on that one there. See if we can figure out the mystery of what happened. He goes sideways about right there. We're going to jump up in that gyro cam. Driving along, gets down, loses. Takes it to the right, into the wall. Whoa. All right, well. Raymond Rittenauer bringing out the first caution of the night. Gary Whitmer getting locked up into it. But he has got a backup vehicle, thank goodness. But I tell you what, that was a, wow. Did not see that one coming here on lap 43 of 100. We'll have to check in with Gary and make sure he is okay here as soon as he gets himself situated. Looking at our current race leader, Sean Dower, going into pit row. Reckon most all these drivers, they're smart, going to go into pit row and grab some tires. Mitchell Reeves out there on front in pit row. Donald Stewart. That'll put Sean Dower exiting pit row out there in position 1. How about it, Sean Dower? Have you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Talk to me about your night so far. You're looking pretty good.
I just play the pit strategy, man. I drive it until I just got no more fumes left. I almost didn't make it to pit road on that round. I had .6 left to get in there, so I got lucky.
Alrighty, copy that. Yeah, that was a kind of a weird caution. Truck just scooted to the right into the wall, but 44 laps out here, caution free, good run. You've got a fan out there. You've got Lisa out there rooting you on in the number 62. Whom is she to you?
Oh, I'd say that's my other half there. She watches every race I get into, still enjoys it. So it's kind of funny when I don't feel like racing. She always tells me get on there and race. So she tunes into every broadcast, loves to watch, and so I love it. So it's great.
All right, awesome. Tell me about old school motorsports.
Ah man, old school is something I started a long time ago. We've had a bunch of members, teammates, and they would move on to another team, start their own. So we've had some great guys that's come through old schools. We do a lot of paints for a lot of clients. But overall, it's just a team. But we started painting, and the painting took off, and it keeps us real busy. But like I said, we always make sure we try to get in this race for you all. So love it.
All right, we love having you here. Good luck to you tonight.
Thanks a lot, man.
Sean Dyer in the number 62 will be getting us going on our first restart. Time for one more driver interview. How about it, Mitchell? Have you got a copy?
Okay, Scott.
All right, been a while since we've seen you. Glad to have you back out here tonight. How are you getting along with Kentucky?
It's going pretty good so far. That caution actually worked in our favor. Dalton Collins is in the 95 is really, really fast tonight, including Browder. I think Browder might have gotten a pit road speeding penalty there earlier. But we're working with it pretty good here. It's going to be a really tough track to pass at, so I think we get a green flag run going. A lot of pit strategy is going to come into play in this race. So we've got about 50 to go coming to the green here, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how this plays out.
All righty, good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, sir. Southeast out.
Drivers are going to be tightening it up, lining it up, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. 44 lap green flag run. Very proud of these guys out here tonight, doing a great job. Hopefully that will be our one and only caution for the night. Unfortunately, word on track is Travis Browder getting a possible pit penalty. That'll put him restarting in position 10, though. That's still not bad at all. Sean Dower and Mitchell Reeves, positions 1 and 2. Blake, Dalton, and Donald, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Fortunately, Gary Whitmer back out here towards the rear of the field. Pace car is in. Sean Dower holding. All right. We are off and running side by side. Very nice and solid start, although the outside lane seeming a little bit losing momentum down onto that inside lane. I had talked to you earlier about inside 3 wide up there at the front with the 29 and the 02 and the number 13. They were 3 wide momentarily. Number 95 having to really get on that brake hard. Sean Dower getting out of that hornet's nest that's developing up top. That's what we call that, 3 wide with Sean Dower. And the number 71. Sean Dower, talking about how he plays cautions out there. Might be a little on the smart side right now, drifting back a little bit as he is. These guys are getting a little bit of aggression going on up here in the front part of this pack. Donald Stewart, Matthew Quick, Ryan Kuhn, Travis Browder in the number 46, and we got Smokers up front in the number 13. Ooh, that'll do it. Every time, that'll do it. Looking at the 89 to Matthew Quick. It was before them, folks. Looking at the number 13, I do believe might have had something to do with that. Definitely having up there in front. Blake Heather in the number 13 and Dalton in the number 35. Yep, right there it is, folks. We're going to take a look at that. A little bit of hook there by the number 95. Pretty aggressive move there on Dalton. Goodness sakes. Might have to throw a helmet at a driver right there. Matthew Quick caught up into it as well, though. Tough break there for Matthew Quick. It will be our second caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen, at the halfway point. Gives us an opportunity to get a couple of commercials in, and we'll be right back with you. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, underneath our second caution of the night. 7 lead changes, 52 in, 48 to go. So to keep up with last night, they can only have one more caution. A little bit of a slide up by a driver, slight contact between a couple of drivers here, bringing out the second caution of the night. Blake and Dalton tied up into that one. They're going to give you a quick running order update. Mitchell Reeves, Donald Stewart, Abe Bowden. Positions 1, 2, and 3. Ryan making his way up there to 5th place. Ryan Kuhn, you got to keep an eye on this young man. He'll be up there before you know it and walk away with it. Travis Browder, same way. In 6th, Sean Dower, a contender for sure. Nathan Sylvia. Lee Ryerson, Dalton Collins. Ronald Klein with RTK sitting in 12th and 13th with Brad Ream. Mark Jackson, position 16. Jason Russo, our sponsor, 17th. David Casey, a last driver on that lead lap. Chris Hogue. Gary Whitmer, 3 laps down. So Gary's in need of at least 2 more cautions tonight to get himself back up onto that front line. He may get it. Mitchell Reeves going to be leading us off one more time, side by side with Donald Stewart, Abe Bowden, Blake Heather. We're going to get you down onto that track for this restart. Going to put you in car camera with Ryan Kuhn. And away we go, folks. Ryan Kuhn, very aggressive move there with Abe Bowden. Hammer down, brother. I'm coming on your inside. Nathan Sylvia out there on the outside. Number 13, Blake Heather. Blake and Abe last night sharing a little bit of sheet metal later on in the race. 72 M&M in that Toyota. Seeing more and more Toyotas out here on the road as we do go season to season. Not sure what that's about. Don't like a Toyota. I'm anti-Toyota. Big run though by Nathan Sylvia. 3 Toyotas and a Chevy right here on lap 56. Nathan Sylvia, big run coming around. Abe Bowden. Ryan Kuhn. Is he going to split him? Thought he was going to split him right there. Contact! Pretty darn aggressive move right there by the number 72, I do believe. He's looking at that 3 wide. He's looking at it. He's up. Swings down, and right there. That's all it takes right there, folks. A little bit of a hit right there by the number 72. Down onto the 22. Smashing into the number 74. Ooh, goodness. Tough break there for Abe Bowden. Third caution of the night coming out on lap 57. They were getting aggressive back there. I tell you what, folks. It's racing. Expect nothing less. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. And this is Kentucky. Gloves can come off at Kentucky. I want to give Becky Whitmer a big shout out. Been having her fur babies on my mind. I'm a fur baby lover myself. And I know that one of her kitty cats was heading off there to the veterinarian today. So hoping that the fur babies are doing well. Gonna get a chat in with Dalton Collins. How about it, Dalton? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
Alrighty. I don't know much about you. I'm up here to the fans. We're all talking good about you. But I don't know much about you. So tell us about Dalton and tell us how Dalton is handling Kentucky.
I actually really like this place. I have a couple wins here before. Just really bought my time out here. Just trying to get through these wrecks, man. I got wrecked earlier. Luckily, I had the fast repair and really got the truck repaired and all that stuff. And been here running second, looking to go for this win. But yeah, I'm handling it really good.
Alrighty, well, I tell you what, I noticed a little bit of aggression there on that last restart by a few drivers. I noticed earlier on that you locked horns up with, I do believe it was Blake. What is the atmosphere out there on the track? Is it go time yet with 42 to go?
I wouldn't really say yet. There's still some tire saving to be done. The incident with Blake, just had a run there. Blake was sitting there battling for the lead, and I do believe he just came down a little bit. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen the replay yet, but no, not exactly yet. It's getting close, but getting very close. And hope everybody's staying tuned to watch this ending, and hopefully this German Motorsports Toyota Tundra will be in Victor Lane here soon.
Alrighty, copy that. And any fans or sponsors out there to speak of?
Just came on board last night. Fast Time Photography. They're sponsoring us at Gerber Motorsports, paying for some test sessions for our 4-hour Super Late Model program. We're starting to venture out into the truck stuff here a little bit, and that's really what we're here to do tonight, is to go out here and see what we got. But yeah, thanks to them, everybody at German Motorsports, AJ Brissett, Jonathan Smith, Joseph McQuarter, all those guys over there. They are watching, and I hope I am doing them proud. So thank you to them.
All righty. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Dalton Collins. Seems like a rather nice fella. Big shout out there to Dalton, making his debut appearance tonight. Mitchell Reeves out there on front. Brad Ream, Ronald Klein, RTK Motorsports fellows, sitting in third and fourth. Drivers have one more time by. Going to get a chat in with my good friend Ronald Klein. How about it, Ronald Klein? You got a copy? Ronald Klein, you got a copy? Alrighty, folks, I think we're having some issues there with Ronald Klein. Brad Ream, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Scott. Got a copy.
We were trying to talk to Ronald, but we're having some mic issues. You might want to let him know that. How are you getting along with Kentucky tonight, sir?
Hey, it's been a pretty fun race, kind of strategic here. We're playing the fuel game, kicking it on and off as we go through these yellow labs here.
All right, copy that. I wanted to compliment you on your shiny, sparkly purple rims out there, showing your support for PAD.
Absolutely.
All right, anybody you want to give a big shout out to?
Big shout out to team sponsor and owner there, Robert Klein, RTK Motorsports, RTK Paints, Dangler Brothers Racing. A little shout out to Darren Reason. He had some computer malfunctions, couldn't make it tonight.
All right,
and
good.
Of course, the families, and Alexis and Aaliyah, my daughters, they've been wanting shout outs.
All right, Alexis and Leah.
Alexis and Aaliyah Ream, yep.
All righty, hey girls, hope your daddy has a good night tonight and brings it home for the girls. Good luck. All right, one more time. We're going to try it again. Mitchell Reeves, Dalton Collins, Brad Ream down on that inside lane. Jason Russo going to give the number 76 a little push. Jason Russo, Pro Automotive. Lee Ryerson might be going in the wrong direction, getting very busy out here. There is Sean Dower up on the outside. 72, Ryan Kuhn following Sean Dower. Drivers are bunched way back up again. Matthew Quick making a run side by side with 78. Going to shoot up the middle. Going to make it 3 wide. Matthew Quick, tighter than a hair in a biscuit. Slide it up. There it goes. That'll do it every time. Will it be? Will it be? Will it be? No caution is out. No caution is out. But I tell you what, he was shooting it right up that center, boys. Caution is out. I tell you what, folks, that was some crazy stuff. We're going to go up there and take a look at that from the blimp view. I'm going to back it way up. Up there with the number 31 of Matthew Quick. Up there and the left corner. There goes Matthew Quick, making it 3 wide. Going 3 wide at that point in time, that is exactly where the trouble began. Three objects cannot occupy the same space, and there goes Matthew Quick in 3 wide position, turning the number 4 into the number 31. Len McNeese getting caught up into it, but I think Mark Jackson may have actually survived that one. A little bit of defensive driving there done by Mark Jackson. All right, good job, Mark Jackson. Folks, that will be our 4th caution. 2 of them coming back to back to back. Lap 63 of 100. Truck Series tonight proving a little bit more difficulty than last night. That will put Dalton Collins out there on that front line. So now again, it all comes down to pitting. Drivers are catching up with the pace car. Now that one there really took me by surprise, and that is why you got to be careful doing that 3 wide at Kentucky. It looks pretty. It looks cool. It looks pretty cool. But sometimes it just does not work out. All right, that'll put Jason Russo sitting there in 5th position. Our sponsor for the evening. How about it, Jason Russo? How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Scott?
Doing good. All right, first of all, thank you, sir, for the Tuesday night truck series. We appreciate it. And Pro Automotive.
You're welcome.
All righty, what's up with this back-to-back caution stuff going on out here?
Everyone's just getting, I think, excited about the last run of the race here, and everyone's all bunched together and making some moves they wouldn't normally make.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, last night we didn't have the first caution come out until lap 52, and then we had one on 88, one on 95, and it was an open set on the B car. Do you think the trouble might have anything to do with the fixed set or the actual vehicle being a truck?
No, I think it's fixed set. A lot of guys like a looser setup. Some guys don't like it when it gets tight. So it's good. I'd say 90% to do with setup.
All right, so you're implying that Friday night when we're out here in the open set with the Cup cars is going to be a different race altogether.
Friday's going to be awesome.
All right, cool. All right, tell us a little bit about Pro Automotive.
Pro Automotive, we're here for all your professional automotive needs. You can check us out online at www.proautomotivema.com.
All right, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you.
Jason Russo, Pro Automotive, doing a really good job out here tonight. Started out in 14th position, working his way up to 5. That'll put Dalton Collins out there on that front line. Brad Ream, a big mover tonight. From 13th up to 2nd. Ronald Klein, 3rd up to 16th. Travis Browder started first. He's in 4th. Still making a very good run out here tonight. The young guy, Ryan Kuhn, sitting back in position 7th. Sean Dower, position 8. Mark Jackson back in position 13. Mark, how we doing, buddy?
Hey, Scott.
How you doing?
Well, we hang on, man. We've been in a state of trouble so far.
All righty, well, you're still alive. I assume you got your original truck?
Yes, we do.
All right, so you're in pretty good shape overall. Hey, how's Mama Patty doing out there?
Mama Patty's doing pretty good. You know, we right before the race, we had a little barbecue. So I went out and threw some burgers on the grill and cooked them up for us and had a nice little dinner. He's up there in the stands enjoying the race, and hopefully we can get a good finish for our over-the-top paint Chevy.
All righty, over the top paints and designs. One more question. Are you good on fuel? Can you make it from here on a full tank?
I think we can make it from here. It may be close if we go green, but I think we might just have enough here with this caution, this last caution that came out.
All righty, good luck to you, Mark Jackson.
Thank you, buddy.
Mark Jackson out there running with Southeast Motorsports, talking about how he possibly might be able to make it on a fuel run as of now. So that would be pretty darn awesome. Looking very awesome out there in the over-the-top paints and designs. Big shout out there to John Hedrick. Check him out on Facebook, Over the Top Paints and Designs. Drivers will be returning to Green Flag Racing. Becky Whitmer talking about how the front is aggressive. I agree. I agree with you 100% out there. There is still a ton of truck out there. 25 drivers still on that lead lap here at Kentucky. 32 laps to go. And we are off, ladies and gentlemen. Nice start. Looking very solid out here. Lap 69 of 100. 31 to go. Ronald Klein sitting in second position. Pretty tight racing when you're down on the nose of these Silverados and Tundras. 61 with a big run on the 46. Travis Browder normally in the number 18. Supporting Kyle Busch throwback number 46, Pet Hospital. Riding on the nose of Jason Russo. Back to Ryan Kuhn. Ryan Kuhn, 7th position. Ryan Kuhn, a little brush on the wall right there. Five lanes to race with out here. Caution is out. Taking a look at the number 15 of Ronald Hartfeld, which is not the cause of the caution. Looking at the number 62 of Sean Dower. He seemed to be involved in it. Going to back it up and see what happened with the number 62 of Sean Dower. Not seeing contact with any other truck. We're going to back it up. Alrighty, we've got the number 62 of Sean Dower driving around down onto the yellow line and turns it. Did not see any contact with any other driver there. Unfortunate break for the number 62. Bringing out our 5th caution of the night. Did everything he could to keep it under control. Did a great job of keeping it out of traffic other than the number 15 of Ronald Hartfeld. Hartfeld was able to not avoid it. 5th caution of the night. On lap 29. At this point in time would be a great idea for all of the drivers to head into pit road, take tires. I would not be out here with 29 to go on old tires. Ronald Klein, Travis Browder, Brad Reams staying out. Lee Ryerson staying out. Well, maybe they know something I do not know, folks. Gary Whitmer in pit row. 3 laps down, Kevin Scott in pit row. Number 91, Joel Guy in pit row as well. Kevin Scott Nelson rolling out. Joel Guy beginning his trip out. 1 lap down. First driver 1 lap down. Chris Hogue on the tail end of the lead lap. Driving his way out of pit row. Very nice looking truck right there, being driven by Chris Hogue. Pretty sure it was done by RK Paints and Designs. How about it, Chris Hogue? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, Scott. Go ahead.
All right, I'm usually interviewing them guys up there towards the front. Don't get to talk to you a whole lot. How are you doing out here on Kentucky? You're still on the lead lap and you're still rolling.
Yeah, we're having a good night tonight. We got a pretty decent truck, and we're just hoping to finish here without any incidents in one piece.
All right, well, the truck is what did catch my eye. Red, white, and blue, showing your support for KMA TV, GW Graphics, pad. I'm going to assume that was painted up by RK Paints and Designs.
Yes, sir, it was. And Ron does an excellent job on our paints for us.
Very excellent job. What is the symbolism there with the blue top and into some red and white stripes? Is it a flag thing?
Yeah, it's a flag thing. And, being a veteran, I wanted to go with a scheme like that.
I did not know you were a veteran, sir. Thank you for your service. Tell us real quick about that.
Well, I'm a Vietnam era veteran. I was in 72 through 83. And, boy, I was proud to serve, and I support all the troops that are still serving today.
All right, awesome. As long as I've known you, I did not know that. So God bless you, sir, and thank you for your service, and good luck to you.
Thank you, sir. And, good job up there in the booth, Scott.
Thank you, sir. Big shout out there to Chris Hogue. Back to Green Flag Racing, Brad Ream, Ronald Klein. Number 11, Chris Muirhall. Travis Browder, P4. Becky Whitmer talking about her next and new job as crew chief. Tie racing there between the number 11 and the number 61. Caution is out. Looking at Jason Russo getting into trouble with the number 13, I do believe. The 13 might have made contact on Jason. Nonetheless, we're going to back it up. The number 13 being Blake Heather. Blake Heather actually hitting that wall. And as he hit the wall, I do believe that is what caused him to come down into Jason Russo. Going to look at it from one more angle. What an angle right there. Tell you what. All right, check out this outside truck. Yep, backing it up one more time as he hits up there into that wall, drives him back down into the rear of Jason Russo. Nonetheless, that'll bring out our sixth caution of the night. Jason Russo looking like he's got a nice little bit of damage right there. Gonna have to go into pit row and get that one fixed. Six cautions tonight. A little bit of a rougher night than what we had out here last night. Blake Heather taking on the left side damage. It looks like I was swooshing into a wall, taking on a little bit of right. It's a little bit out of alignment. Blake Heather heading into pit row along with the majority of the drivers underneath our sixth caution of the night on lap 76. All right, folks, we got time for one more commercial. I do want to give the full play commercial of PAD. I cannot impress upon you enough the importance of PAD, People Against Distracted Driving. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Number 76 of Ronald Klein showing his Sport 4 pad on the side of that Chevy Silverado. All right, 6 cautions. Going to give you a quick race summary and a quick running order. Laps in 77, total laps of 100, lead changes 10. 6 cautions totaling 23 laps. Travis Browder leading 23 of those laps. Mitchell Reeves leading 16. Dalton Collins leading 17. Sean Dowers 6 led. Ronald Klein 1. Blake 1. Lynn McNeese 6. A. Bowden leading 1 lap. Ronald Klein, Travis Browder, Brad Ream, Mitch Reeves, Chris Mulhall, Ryan Kuhn up to position 11. Nathan Sylvia, position 12. Jack, representing Southeast, position 14. Mark Jackson, P15. Sean Dowers still in it, position 16. Tonight's sponsor, the number 14, Jason Russo, in 19th. Kevin Scott Nelson, 2 laps down. Gary Whitmer Jr., 3 down. Tough breakout here for a couple of drivers doing a great job, and a couple of these drivers unfortunately seems to be in the wrong place in the wrong time too many times, it seems. "20 laps to go as soon as we get back to green flag racing." Travis Browder well within striking distance of a win tonight. But so is Ronald and so is Brad. Definitely would not count out Ryan Kuhn, Mitchell Reeves. Wouldn't count out Jason Russo for that matter. Wouldn't count out pretty much anybody in the top 25 spots right now. Do want to give a big shout out there to Gary Whitmer. GW Graphics. Pace car is in. Ronald Klein inside lane. Brad Ream outside. Travis inside. Travis Browder in the blue, number 46, side by side, just about with the number 61. Number 11, Chris, side by side with the number 95. Checking up, Mitchell Reeves, get a little bit of a taste of that bumper side by side action with Mitchell Reeves and Dalton. Ryan Kuhn down below that line. David Casia on the outside of the number 72. David Casia getting a 3rd place position last night. Big run coming up on the number 11. Hanging on to the rear end of that Bass Pro Shop truck. 3 wide. '61, '95, slight collision. Mitchell Reeves taking it 3 wide. Mitchell Reeves up that center line. This is racing, ladies and gentlemen. Getting her done. Very busy bunch right here on lap 84. Donald Stewart, position 8. A little bit more 3 wide out here for you at Kentucky. Ryan Kuhn trying to find a hole. Caution is out. Taking a look at the number 35 of Dalton Collins. 3 wide action. Contact between 35. No threat right there, though. Not quite sure what brought that caution out, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not seeing anything caution worthy. Just not seeing it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, not sure what have brought out that caution. A little confused onto that one there. Nonetheless, we're going to move on with it. That'll put Travis Browder finally up on that front line where he wants to be. Ronald Klein, Mitchell Reeves falling down to third position. Jack Watts making his run down pit row. Currently is in 17th. Started out 15th. Dave Casey making his way out of pit row along with Paul Pellizier. Jack Watts taking rights, Jack Watts taking lefts. How about it, Jack? You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, a little bit of a rougher night out here tonight than it was Monday. What do you think?
I agree with you.
All righty, what's going on out here at Kentucky tonight?
I think everybody's trying to get it right now. I mean, right now for sure it's go time, but I think earlier they were trying to do the same thing, thinking it's like go time, at lap 50, and it's not. We got to settle down a little bit, and let the race play out, let everything spread out, and see what you can do.
Now, we were seeing a lot of 3 wide right there, so I agree with you about the go time. How is your truck treating you personally, and have you got your truck off the hauler yet? Are you still in your first one?
I'm in my backup one. I just took my backup one. I'm not sure if I wrecked my teammate or he wrecked me. It is what it is, but I got my backup one, but I'm not as fast in the truck as I was last night, so I'm just going to try to get the best I can get out of it.
All righty. Now, how are you feeling about the Kentucky race Friday in the Cup car?
Honestly, I haven't tried that yet, so I'm not sure, but we'll give it a shot on Friday and see how we play out.
All righty. It will be an open set, so get with the mechanic and see what you can put together, brother.
Yeah, help a brother out, sponsor a mechanic. I do want to thank KMA for putting this on, man. It's a lot of fun. We have a great time coming here and racing with you guys.
All right, good deal. And I tell you what, I appreciate the support of Pad on that Southeast motor truck.
Absolutely. Every car I got's got Pad on it. I'm a big supporter of Pad.
Awesome. And you're also a motorcyclist, right?
Yes, sir.
Even the more reason to spread that word about Pad.
Absolutely.
Good luck to you, Jack.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, Jack Watts talking about the last caution there involving Mark Jackson is what I'm getting back on my backup announcer, Becky Whitmer. She's watching that chat for me. Or Kristen Phillips actually telling me it might have been with Mark. Mark and Jack Watts. Couldn't catch it on my replay, nonetheless. Possible ownership there on Jack Watts, and that's what we appreciate out here. All right, going to be 12 to go. Drivers double file. Going to try one more restart out of here. Going to put your in-car camera with Matthew Quick a little bit deeper back into that field so that you can see what these drivers are up against. It is hard. These restarts, they'll get to you, folks, to tell you what. You got to be a professional sim racer to get her done. Pace car will be in this time by Travis Browder, Ronald Klein, Mitchell Reeves, Brad Ream, Dalton Collins, our top 5. Be about 11 laps to get her done tonight. Matthew Quick having a little bit of front end damage up there on that left side. Front end damage, that will screw you up. It's okay to be hurt in the rear. Can't be hurt in the front. Pace car is in. Up to 140 at the line. 160 into the corner. Accelerating up to 165. 169, 170. Full speed of 175, and Nathan Sylvia in trouble. Matthew Quick with a big checkup. Nathan Sylvia dropping way back into that pack. Not quite sure what happened with Nathan Sylvia right there. Nonetheless, in car with Jack Watts. Jack Watts surveying all this 3-wide action, talking about how it's time to go. 75 up on that high side. 75. Ronald Klein, contact with Jack Watts. Ronald Klein was his wrong name. Ronald Hartfeld. A little bit of contact between Ronald Hartfeld and Jack Watts. Jack Watts side by side with Paul Palazier. A lot of stuff going on out here, folks. Wesley Whitfield showing his support for Pad, but we are in car with Brad Ream. Brad Ream trying to make something happen. 9 to go here at Kentucky. David Casey trying to work his way around Matthew Quick. Matthew Quick having some serious damage on the rear end of the Squatty Potty. Jason Russo looking very clean, position 8. Donald Stewart, Chris Mulehall, position 7 and 6. Ryan Kuhn currently in 5th place. Side by side, Ryan Kuhn, Ronald Klein racing for position 4. Ryan, 1.2 seconds back. Dalton Collins racing hard against Mitchell Reeves, 0.666 back off of Travis Browder. Travis Browder right now running for his life. This is shots of first place, second and third place. Second and third place, Dalton and Mitchell. Mitchell coming around the inside of the number 95 on lap 94. Caution is out. Ronald Hartfeld and the number 62 having contact. Looks like the number 15 may have possibly crowded the number 62 a little bit. Gonna zoom in, see exactly what happened with the 15 and the 62. Tight racing, scrubbing and rubbing. Nonetheless, number 62 getting the good end of that deal. The number 15, not so much. Under caution for the 8th time tonight, folks, on lap 96 of 100. But this night is not over. Do believe we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. Going to get these drivers lined up, fired up, wired up, ready to go. Going to get a driver up here in booth with us and find out if we are going to be 1 to go or 2 to go. Gonna let them all get caught up first. Take a recap here. 19 drivers on that lead lap. .96 of 100 in the books. 12 lead changes, 8 cautions, 29 laps. How about it, Joel Guy? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yeah, I got a copy on you, Scott.
All righty. How you doing, brother? You hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit?
I'm doing all right. I don't know why we had so many cautions after the first 50, but tonight was not a good race.
I agree. We were a definite far cry away from Monday. Do you think that is because of the set or the vehicle or the attitude?
I think it was attitude. The drivers were driving good the first half of the race, and then it was like after the halfway point, they lost all sense of driving.
All righty, copy that. All right, well, I tell you what, we've already talked to one Army personnel tonight. I understand you're in the Marines, Marine veteran there. I want to give you a big shout out and a thumbs up and tell you God bless you, sir, for all you've done for our country.
Thank you, Scott, and I hope that we get better for Friday night, because tonight was not a good race.
All right, I agree with that. Now, do tell me this. Is this going to wrap it up, or are we going to have about a 1 or a 2 lap shootout?
I think this is going to wrap it up because we're getting 2 to the line, and I think that's 98th lap or 99th lap.
We are showing you on lap 98 of 100, so this may indeed wrap it up.
Yeah, I was a lap down because of getting caught up in the caution before this one, and having to tow, so I got a couple of laps down on that.
All righty, sir. I thank you for your time. Sorry about your luck tonight, but I tell you what, I'm glad to see you out here doing your best to finish it up.
Thank you, Scott. And to all the viewers, it's racing, and hopefully we'll give them a better show on Friday night.
All right, copy that. Will do. I will relay that message, sir. Alrighty, folks. 8 cautions, totaling out 31 laps. Rough night out here tonight at Kentucky. Still waiting for the final word on whether or not we're going to have a 1-lap shootout. Pretty sure it's over, though. If that is the case, Dalton Collins, Mitchell Reeves, Travis Browder will be our top 3. If it's not over, it is going to be one hell of a finish out here tonight. Ryan Kuhn sitting in 4th position. Ronald Klein sitting in 5th. Getting word on the track, that is going to be it. Chris Mulehall, 6th. Donald Stewart, Jason Russo. Sean Dower should take position 15th. Unfortunately, Gary Whitmer having to take it to the hauler tonight. Going to get in post-race interviews with the drivers. They still need to parade around this 1.5 mile speedway one more time. Be sure to check us out on Friday. We'll be coming back to the Kentucky in the big boy cars, the Gen 6s, the Chevy SS, Ford Fusion, Toyota Camry on an open set. So we've had one driver blame attitude, one driver blame the set. I'm sure another driver would be willing to point a finger at the vehicle. But essentially, it really does come down to driver. Should be able to put a bicycle out on this track and go 100 laps. tonight being a rough night out here in the Craftsman Series. Chevy Silverado and Toyota Tundras. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get some post-race interviews. How about it, Dalton? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, I do.
All right, my understanding is this show is over.
Yeah, finally. I'm actually glad to get out of there.
Rough night.
Yeah, it was. It was a very rough night. It was very refreshing to get top 3 for Driven. As I was saying earlier, we're starting to venture out to the trucks coming from supers, and having a night like this is pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right, well, do tell. What do you think the biggest problem out here tonight was?
Sorry, come again.
What do you reckon the biggest problem out here tonight was?
The biggest problem was, I think, just racing in general. The way Kentucky is, it's almost like a mini Michigan. With the steam, I think off of a lane up. That's really the preferred line. Just really racing against guys that I've really never raced against. Just trying to understand how they race. Really just track position in general, and trying to manage your tires here is another big factor. Considering the track surface that we got here. Sorry about that. Just managing your tires, just trying to stay out of trouble, and just really trying to be there at the end.
All right, well, I tell you what, it definitely was a lot different than the 3-caution race we had there on Monday. So hopefully we'll see you on Friday, and they'll do much better in the big boy cars.
Yeah, hopefully. Just one more thing. Just want to thank Fast Time Photography for coming on board. They came on board last night. Like I said earlier, they're paying for test sessions for Driven and stuff like that. So if you want, go and look up Stephen Collins on Facebook. Try to find some photography photos from local short tracks. And thank you for letting me come out here. KMA Racing and Driven Motorsports as well. It was a really successful night for us. Thank you.
All right, good job. All right, how about it, Mitchell Reeves?
Yeah, I got you, Scott.
All right, talk to me about your evening.
It was a pretty good night. I think I made a bad pit call there with about 30 to go in there and pit and try to come through the field. But that first run was really awesome. I kind of liked where I was sitting. I don't think I would have had a chance to win. Definitely was not anywhere close to the fastest car here. Not even though I finished second. I think it was maybe a 5th place car at best. But happy to bring it home second. The game changer for this race tonight was the restarts. Everybody realized really quick on that first run that restarts were going to be the key to getting positions. There's only one place to pass here. Once the tires go away, it's impossible to try to pass on the bottom, or you're going to wreck the guy you're trying to race. So on those restarts, you had to be aggressive to make those moves, and I think people were just trying to be aggressive, and it was just part of the racing here. I hated to pace a lot tonight, but people were trying to make positions. You just got to know what your limit is of being aggressive, and I think hopefully some people found that tonight.
All righty, copy that. And you seem to have a lot of good information. You've done this out there in the real world. Talk to us about that real quick.
Well, I do a lot more straight line stuff, drag racing. That's kind of where I've been lately. Just trying to get all my cars together. I drive a Camaro and a Chevelle, and love every minute of it. When we've been really busy with that lately, that's why we unfortunately haven't been able to enjoy the fun here we've had at KMA Racing. But we got an off night tonight. Got to do a little bit of racing tonight with you guys, and we've finished bridesmaid the last 2 races we've been here. I'd like to get one more position, but podium finish ain't too bad, and hopefully we can come back Friday and maybe get one more position out of this thing.
All right, copy that. Glad to hear you're going to be here Friday.
Southeast out.
All righty, Travis.
God, how you doing, Captain?
Doing good, Mr. Toyota.
Yes, sir.
How you doing tonight, bud?
I'm doing awesome. I got caught too fast centering on the first pit stop, on the green flag pit stop, and made a great recovery. I had a 15-second penalty and stayed in it and got the lucky dog on the first caution. But I was hoping we would go caution free, but we took 2 tires on the last pit on lap 58 or 60, something like that, and then the 2 tires really paid off for me there. Freed the truck up and being patient and try to pass guys on old tires, being patient, and it was clean. And we got this number 46 Banfield Hospital up front at the end, and big shout out to Kyle Busch Motorsports for this paint scheme, of course, because this is one of the paint schemes that Kyle Busch drove this at Kentucky on last week. So because he drove the 46, so we'll change it to 51 next week, and we'll see what happens. And Big shout out to my teammates from Max V, Nathan Sylvia, Blake, and Nathan Sylvia, me, and I believe that was it.
Alrighty. Well,
I'm
I tell
sorry.
you, I don't know what else to ask because I tell you what, it sounds like you've done this interview once or twice.
Absolutely, Scott.
All right, you started out there way in the back, I think, and well, you didn't start out there on the pole. You got a pit penalty. You led a whole bunch load of laps out here tonight. Good job, Travis.
Alrighty, thank you, Scott. Looking forward to Friday, and we'll have some fun Friday night. Well,
All right, copy that. I'm going to get some race results up, and we'll catch you out there on Friday.
alrighty, have a good night, Scott. Good night, fans. Big shout out to Becky as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Travis Browder. Pleasure to talk to. Giving you one more look at that summary. Showing out 9 cautions, totaling 32 laps, 12 lead changes. And we're going to get to those race results, and we're going to catch you Friday night back with myself in our Friday Night Flight Series. But Ronald Klein will be broadcasting Thursday Night Thunder. We'll see you there, folks. We're out.